Hello and welcome back to the channel, as well as another episode of Astral Ascension. So yeah, I think without further ado, we're gonna continue from where we left off. Yeah, it's basically the last episode is basically just skipping most of the scenes that we explored. Yeah, we're also like re-exploring the Vela route, because the only thing that we missed is the final CG, which we're just gonna skip until the end. And then most of this stuff we seen here are like I only choose like some options that we haven't seen before. Like in the last episode, there's also the mansion party where we decide to choose the other option where we debate on whether who the lady at the party was flirting to, but turns out she wasn't flirting with either of us, but yeah, she just wants us to lighten up and enjoy the party. And honestly, I can't, with all those skipping, I honestly can't remember much of the content that we skipped through. And yeah, there is a bug for the gondola scene. I don't know if I want to explore that option, but I do have a save file, or rather two save files right here, because yeah, the episode before the last episode was corrupted, so I have to re-record that entire episode. So I have these two saves to fall back to if the gondola scene is fixed or something. But we're just gonna keep skipping most of the parts here. Okay, Nova. Yeah, most of the stuff we already explored. We're just gonna skip through most of the options with the default second option, because yeah, or I would choose the one that has the best response outcome. Obviously we picked the second one, so pick the first one. This can't be real, can it? I pinch my arm and the brief sting assures me that this is definitely happening. So it is real, but I've never seen Vela acting like this before. I try to refocus my thoughts, but I keep getting distracted by Vela's swaying hips.
Is everything okay?
Yes, sorry, I was thinking about how I can, help. She giggles.
What if you come over beside me and try to pull me out?
Okay, I can do that. I step beside Vela, trying to gauge how best I can pull her out. Reaching down, I place my hands on her hips. Vela immediately tenses underneath my touch. Yeah, some of this part... Yeah. Where am I supposed to put my hands? I search for an innocent spot to place my hands, but everywhere feels excessively lewd. Unless... that's the point? No, it can't be. Can it? But then what if...
Hello? Are you still there?
Vela's movement stops and I quickly refocus. I'm here. I just don't know how I should pull you out. Vela giggles.
Maybe just hold on to me?
Right. Okay. Now I'm right back where I started, trying to find an appropriate spot to place my hands. I run through every possible option and finally come up with the safest approach. I confidently reach towards the floor and grab her shins.
What are you doing?
I'm pulling you out.
From my knees?
Oh, was I supposed to grab somewhere else?
Kinda.
Then she giggles.
You know what? That's okay. I think I can figure it out.
I step back while Vela twists and attempts to free herself. Oh, we missed the CG where we're trying to hump, to think that like the humping CG, or like thrusting, whatever. Yeah, we missed that, but we already got it, so yeah, no point in restarting. She tries again and then a few more times, but to no avail.
Wait.
Hmm?
I think I'm stuck.
Yeah, so you said, yeah, this part will be the same. Ah, oh, we didn't miss it. I think we told her in the last run, but this one we're just gonna be nice and protect her innocence, right? I think there's also the part where we have we told her about the, oh yeah, in this run we kind of skipped the Xenoc infiltration part, but yeah, I'm saving that for the Luna run where I want to see whether if I can still like be together with Luna once I killed a lot of people, like killed Xenoc, kill Rook, kill Zeke. I don't know what's the ending to that. But yeah, we're gonna protect her innocence this time. Ah, okay. Wait, what? Oh yeah, we chose that option. Ah, okay. I understand what you're trying to do now, and it's very sweet.
Ironically, you actually ended up being my hero.
That's true. I'm glad it worked out this way. But if you ever try this again, just make sure no one else but me is around, okay?
I think doing this once is enough.
I not.
I can't believe I trusted Kai for dating advice.
Wait, I thought this part shouldn't be appearing though. I don't know whether this is a bug or not, but it could be. It could make sense, but did he advise you on anything else? Vela thinks about it. Oh wait, I think it was mentioned way before I protect. Yeah, she did mention. Okay. Vela thinks about it.
The water prank was his idea too.
She can find out another day. Yeah, we we picked two, both of them in her last run. So yeah, honestly, it's best not to tell her. I was okay. Something's in my throat. I was just surprised. Next time, just give me a heads up, and we can both be in on it. Bella smiles.
I can do that. I need to go back to the drawing board and think of some actual romantic date ideas.
Yeah, we can skip most of this part now. And Beep Boop is... Yeah, this is the last time we'll ever see Beep Boop physically. And any other dates will just be like... I want to say... as a passing. That she will mention Beep Boop once and he will never appear again. I just want to keep mentioning the fact for some reason. Okay, anyway, we're just gonna continue. Well. I forgot what's the plan for this, for the investigation, but yeah, call her salary. Entity should never be a thing. This is like, Vela went, gravity jumping. Text Vela whether she's free. First option this time. No, of course not. The important thing is spending time together, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Oh no, I really did mess up.
Huh? Vela offers me an appreciative smile.
Thanks for being so nice, but that's exactly how I know I messed up.
Although I try my best to keep Vela's spirits up, she's still disappointed in herself. How can I convince her that everything is alright? Honestly, it's okay. I paused mid-speech as a... Yeah, chainmail in great hell. We can like just skip this entire part because all we need is to get the final ending, right? But I'm worried that some of the choices will depend on the end, will like affect the ending. But I think we're not gonna intrude. Worst case scenario, we'll just restart it all over again. I don't know, it looks like he's pretty busy and we aren't dressed up for whatever he's going to do. Vela sighs, but ultimately she nods.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It'd be weird if we just followed him anyway.
I wonder we'll have a different outcome for this, or we'll just return to the ship. Yeah, he might think we're stalkers.
That would be bad.
She goes before looking around again.
Well, what if we go deeper into the park? I think I saw ice cream somewhere.
Ice cream sounds perfect. Vela grins, clapping her hands excitedly.
Then let's go.
We venture deeper into the park, holding hands and pointing out the little things that catch our attention, like a chipmunk with his mouth comically full and a girl dancing on roller skates. Eventually, we find ourselves at an ice cream stand. Vela makes a beeline towards it and we browse all the delicious flavors. It's so hard to choose.
Oh, they have my favorite flavor.
Okay, turns out we will have like different seeds, but I don't think it will be as long as if we like the LARP. It won't be as long as the LARPing event, right? Nice. We place our orders, and when it's time to pay, I pull out my wallet, but Vela stops me, shaking her head.
Not so fast. I invited you on this date, so it's my treat.
Before I can even respond, she taps her card on the machine. I grin in defeat. This is a real treat indeed. Thank you. She smiles from ear to ear, clearly pleased. I think most of it is like, yeah, they just sped through this. With our ice creams in hand, we sit on a nearby bench that overlooks the lake. There is a family of ducks wandering around, and Vela delights over their waddles. We end up talking about a whole lot of nothing and just enjoy each other's company. Soon enough, the sun begins to set. Yeah, they just speed run the date without like much context. I mean, not much context. I mean, obviously, if you choose the LARPing event, if you choose to follow the night into the LARPing event, yeah, it will be a really longer episode. But that's not what we're trying to do. Although we can still do that because there are some options in there that we can try. Because we don't have the athletic trick, maybe the arm wrestling we might lose. We could also lose the LARPing event altogether, but yeah, I just want to check this option. Soon enough, the sun begins to set. Well, it looks like our duck friends have gone home. Should we do the same?
It would be the responsible thing to do.
I take her hand and pull her to her feet. Then allow me to escort you home.
Ahem. I invited you on this date, so I should be escorting you home.
Okay, I have no idea what went wrong with the... I think they accidentally spliced her voice line or something. I don't know, but basically, yeah, there's a bug right here. Vela switches our hands and giggles. I chuckle with her. Of course, then lead the way. With another smile, Vela and I return to the park and begin the journey home. It's an easy walk to the transport station, which is a quick ride back to the docks. We arrive back at the ship and make our way up the stairs to the quarters. Kai and Iris are a few steps ahead of us. Iris clutches a small box tightly to her chest as they quietly cross into the captain's quarters. Sometimes I forget that they're close. This is the one where so yeah, we know the context of this already. So yeah, this is the small box given by her mom, and Kai would be there to console her, I think. Finally, we pause in front of Vela's door.
Thanks for coming out with me today.
Can we skip? Oh, is it because we didn't go to the LARPing event? Thanks for inviting me.
I hope this was still a memorable date, even if we had to improvise a bit.
Any date with you is I don't know why I can't say the word. Memorable and fun. Plus, you can't go wrong with ice cream. Yeah, it's a different line. She giggles and nods.
That's what I thought too.
We kiss goodnight, and then Vela slips into her room. Afterwards, I turn around and return to mine, where I get ready for bed, and we can kinda skip, but yeah, because of the loading, we have to wait again. Let's keep skipping most of it. I'm just worried that if we skip the LARPing event, we will totally missed out our chance to get the ending. But yeah, here's Evelina. Yeah, let's talk to him. Stop being so cryptic. Yeah, I just I want my bro Kai to get his best ending. Iris clears the road. Okay, I forgot what option should I share the good news with sister. Always call celery.
Remember when I said I had an appointment at a music store?
This is different because we chose the music store as an option before. Oh yeah, did you already go? She nods. Oh, very cool. What did you do there?
Well, it was actually for a job interview.
A job? Then we can skip most of it. Celeste is being rather insistent about this. Maybe this job means more to her than just money. Or we can still skip. Don't forget me. Solo training session. A raw. Okay, I think I already said that joke before, which is a bad one. Maybe it probably is bad from. I'm sure it's a coincidence. I shrugged it off. She made it pretty clear last time that she's not going to set up any more misunderstandings. Not on purpose, at least. I text back, okay, be right there. So, she's like moving. Where did you want this? Oh yeah, we don't have the athletic trait.
There, please.
She points to her closet on the opposite side of the room. I nod and carry the box over before setting it down.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hold on. I position myself next to the box and get a good grip, then I hoist it up to my chest and look at Vela for directions. Yeah, this one is without the athletic trait. Some of the items shifted. Yeah, this is the... We can still try it because there is also... This time we just don't get the CG. We can pick like some other options. Be there for her right away. I have to catch Vela no matter what. She's depending on me. I hold my hands out in front of me and make certain I don't drop her.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay, here I go.
She sways back about an inch and lands right against my hands. I grin widely. Nice, we did it.
I'm literally still standing.
Bruh. Vela twists to look at me, and the fact that she can do that without losing her balance means that she's right. Oh, maybe I was a little close. I just didn't want you to fall. She giggles.
That's the whole point of a trust fall. But I know what you mean. You didn't want me to get hurt, and I know you won't let that happen. So, let's do it again, okay?
I nod and we get back into position. This time I allow Vela to fall back on her heels before I catch her. When I release her back up, she grins.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
It's your turn now.
Yeah, maybe we should have gone to the LARPing event just because I want to see like different options, but we can also skip this one entirely. But the blindfold part, yeah, we can skip. What if I take the fail one? Yeah, this is obviously the incorrect one. I put my hands in front of me to protect myself from bumping into anything when navigating the room. When I take my third and final step, my hands bump into something soft and bouncing? I must have reached a plushie collection. No, it's not a plushie collection! Oh, what's this? Suddenly a hand slaps my hands away. What? I rip my blindfold off to see that I'm nowhere near Vela's plushie collections. Yeah, in fact, I'm standing right up against Vela. There's a protective armor across her chest and her face is a deep crimson red. Realization dawns and I stumble a step back. She huffs, still covering herself.
You took that extra step on purpose, didn't you?
Honestly, I have no idea. No, I got the directions wrong. She leans forward, eyeing me suspiciously, and I try to look as innocent as possible. I swear! She squints. Sorry, Vela, I didn't know that would happen. Once she's satisfied, she sits back on her heels and relaxes her arms.
In that case, I guess we didn't actually win that card then.
I nod, but I don't feel too disappointed. Yeah, consolation prize, right? I may not have won the card, but I still won something anyway. Yeah, a few. Your turn again, and we can... She winces, remembering what I'd run into. The last one was a little bit challenging, since remembering what I'd run into.
Fair point, but this one will definitely be easier.
I can't agree with that.
Are you ready to start?
I seat myself in front of her and get comfortable, then I nod. Say what now? Have I think I chose this one before. First one. So cold.
It's off now.
She slips off my blindfold.
See?
Too late. I can feel the hypothermia settling in.
It was just for 1 second.
That's enough for frostbite. I need to warm up before I lose my nipple. What the hell? Vela laughs and suddenly I am enveloped in a warm hug.
How's that?
I think we've successfully saved it. She grins.
Good. I've had about as much excitement as I can handle from this card.
Me too. This game can be dangerous. It's your turn again. So we can skip. We already did this one, so... We already did this one, unless this can actually lead into another CG, which I doubt that, but because we already got this CG, I don't think they'll put two in one scene, right? And plus, there's still some, but they could have because of the weird. Should I say weird? But basically, yeah, there's something wrong with the save, with the CG being saved. But yeah, we'll pick the first option. I'm going to turn Vela into something as adorable as she is, a magical girl. Okay, you're already standing, which is good, but I'm going to need you to spread your legs. She immediately tenses.
What?
That came out wrong. Yes, I am aware about that. Just a little bit to widen your stance.
Oh, okay. Like this?
She widens her legs into a typical power pose. I look over her and nod. That is perfect. Next, hold up two of your fingers into a V and then hold them in front of your mouth. Vela stiffens.
Excuse me? You want me to do what?
You know that cute peace sign that you hold near your cheek by your mouth? Vela pauses, assuming to visualize my description. I assume to visualize my description, then she giggles. What was she thinking? What was she thinking with this? Vela? Huh?
Oh, that's what you meant. I thought you were trying to do something else.
Yeah, at first I didn't realize that, but now I kind of know what she's thinking about. Sorry, I know it's confusing when I can't show you.
That's not what never mind.
She follows my instructions and holds her hand up, and I grin. She looks cuter and cuter. This is great so far, but your other hand is looking a little empty. Magical girls usually have a wand or a staff. I look around the room for something that will fit. I find a flashlight among her engineering tools, so that is just the right size for a wand. Okay, hold out your hand because I'm about to give you something long and hard. What the hell? She clasps her hand protectively against her.
Just what do you think you're doing?
I'm trying to finish a look with my magic wand.
That is not reassuring. I'm not sure I want to know what pose you're putting me in anymore.
Trust me, you'll like it. I'll take a picture and show you.
Okay.
The way I phrased this is so wrong. Yeah, I thrust the flashlight into Vela's hand and make her hold the pose while I snap a quick photo. When I'm done, Vela rips the blindfold off and hurries to my side. She blinks.
Oh, the wand is actually a wand.
She sounds surprised. What do you think it was? What do you think it was? See her blush? Although her face grows red, Vela pointedly ignores the question.
The pose is super cute. Nice choice.
Thanks. She's back to her cheery self, which leaves me the one who's still confused. We resettle ourselves into our seats. We can skip most of it, right? Right. I pull out the next card, but there's nothing on it. Her eyes glitter playfully.
It might be better if I just show you.
Oh boy, I'm in for it now. With a grin, she motions for me to join her. Yeah, I think we did something else. We still play the game after the game is officially over, right? Yeah, we already abandoned the game and it's implied that we smashed. It's still quiet and we are making breakfast for them. Sure. Come on. Skip most of this. Ah, Zeke. I'm not sure what I want to do with Zeke here. Or rather...
Let's get into it. I found some disturbing evidence on Helen.
Yeah, we know.
She's manipulated...
Do I want to be neutral? Because... I wonder if we release both of them and then... I'm just wondering what if we release both of them but then Helen still doesn't want to hang out with us. But I shouldn't jump to conclusions for now. I think I will reach a point where I'll not tell Zeke anything because I think that part of the story is also where everything...
I was curious about your new team.
Yeah, this one we're gonna be really we're gonna do a stupid decision. Scheduling coincidence. Yeah, this is the part where I wanna convince her to turn herself in, and then we're gonna release Zeke for no reason. I think in the last run with Vela, I also chose to turn her in, but I could have let her go. I think there will be difference with each route though, but I'm just gonna skip most of the parts.
Then let's get prepared.
Yeah, we're gonna release Zeke. Dodge. Go through it. Whoopsie. Oh, I thought it's to go through the ship. It's an asteroid. Yeah, my bad. Okay, I rush after Zeke. And we're gonna let him go and see and check what is there a difference with the ending. I kind of forgot, but because we only hung out with Zeke because we released both of them, but Helen wasn't too happy with it. I think it's because of our decisions we made during that part. But yeah, we let him go. I think we will have a different outcome. I don't know what went wrong with the background here. Like, the background is completely zoomed in for some reason. Iris turns to me. The first thing I do is to fall face first onto my bed and sink into the fluffy mattress. I don't know how long I lie there before I peel myself with a short groan. Yeah, I think there's a bug with the background right now. I don't know why. And there's a bug with the people just laying on top of each other. The crew and I have been pretty busy too. Yeah, most of the stuff are basically the same. Zeke recently reached out asking me to meet up, so I agreed to meet him at our usual spot in the harbor. I'm not sure if there's still the bug in the background, because yeah, I hopefully they fix the background. Yeah, because I keep skipping and then there's some parts where the background is zoomed in and then it didn't zoom back out. The sea breeze is nice and it's early enough that the dogs are still quiet. Can I skip this part? Oh, I can still skip it. He clasped at my shoulder, too grateful for words. I nod and we both drink some more coffee. We continue to talk about the specifics of the program before we decide to head back. After heading out to the street, we say our goodbyes. I hail a cab to take me back to the docks, and then I climb aboard the ship. Now that everything's coming together, I have time to relax. So I head towards the lounge. Yeah, there's no difference in turning Helen in and releasing Zeke. We just had the same conversation. Or at least I don't think there is anything different with it. Yeah, all of these are the same. There's no mention about Helen. We take turns. Vela, Iris, the crew. Yeah, there was no mention about Helen anywhere. Yeah, no mention of Helen now. Yeah, Helen was forgotten. Feels like there could be some expansion somewhere, or like some closure. But yeah, that's the last we will see from Helen. If you take over the Ravens. She gestures to a tablet. This is where, yeah, I think the background is copy the face. I mimic the Pongo's dopey smile. It's like looking in the mirror. Vela giggles again.
The similarity is uncanny.
Okay, I think I skipped too much because the background is stuck here. Anyway, where did you find this picture?
Oh, Celeste.
Yeah, Celeste sent it to her. I don't know what went wrong with the background. Yeah, we can skip most of the part. Yeah, I'm not sure whether this would like affect the ending. I'm just gonna pick this one. I'll follow whatever the arrangement. I'm happy to follow whatever arrangements have already been made.
What about the arrangements that you've made?
I didn't come with any preconceived notions. Varian studies me once more before nodding. We can skip most of the part.
Well, mostly. I know you're being polite, but I can see that Rin is acting kind of weird. I don't know what's gotten into him.
Yeah, there's also the part if you skip too much, they'll just not show some parts. They'll always skip until the one you haven't read, and then there's this part right here. I think I know why he's acting differently. It's probably because I'm visiting as the boyfriend and he's being a protective brother. Should I tell Vela or keep my thoughts to myself? Tara shows she... Well, is this different? Do you think it's because I'm here as your boyfriend?
Would that matter?
He's probably just feeling protective. Vela huffs.
Well, he doesn't have to be so rude about it.
It's fine. As a big brother, I get it. She smiles.
Thanks for being understanding. I'm sure once he gets to know you better, he'll ease up.
I nod. We hear Vela's mom calling for us.
Dinner's ready.
Yeah, I think some of it has some difference between what you choose. I don't want to pick this because I think I want to settle down or something. Because yeah, I'm thinking if we choose like adventures, we will end up becoming we will get the mercenary ending. But I want to pick the third one. He gave me the means to continue caring for my family back home when I needed to the most. For that, I'll always be grateful for the work that I do. Her parents softens.
Being the family support is a big responsibility, but one of the most rewarding things you can do.
Indeed, it's wonderful that you put your family first.
Vela grins.
He's a big softy at heart.
Hey, don't share all of my secrets. Vela giggles.
Still, can't mercenary work be dangerous?
It can be, that's why having a good team is important. Yeah, most of this part... first option? She's very kind and caring. She always puts everyone's need above her own, which means someone has to think about her because she often won't think about herself. When I look over at Vela, her cheeks are bright red.
Stop! You're making me blush.
I'm just telling you the truth. Her mother giggles.
I think I'm beginning to see why Vela is so taken with you.
I don't know where exactly will the convo hit. When I wake up, there's just a touch of morning light kissing the horizon. I slept like a baby. I nod. The bed was super comfortable, and I had a great night's sleep. Vela grins.
Excellent. Oh, by the way, I was thinking we could maybe go into the city today.
That would be fun. What's the must-see attraction here?
That's easy. The zoo, of course.
Yeah, we're going to the zoo. I'm not sure about the one being settled down. I don't think I get it. Yeah. Gonna pick some of the other options. It's kinda hard to tell where one panda begins. Wait, what? It's kinda hard to tell where one panda begins and the other one ends, but as far as I can tell, they're definitely asleep. Are you sure they aren't just sleeping?
It only looks like they're sleeping, but if you look closer, you'll see how sneaky and frisky they are.
I squint at the pandas, trying to see what Vela sees. Perhaps. Although I feel like they might just be asleep. A young child runs up to the glass. He tugs on his mother's arms, laughing and pointing at the pandas.
We should warn the kid and protect his innocence.
I'm sure his mother has it covered. Let's keep going. We can skip most of it. First option? Yeah, just keep. I don't think any options in the zoo will make much of a difference. I don't think it's anything to worry about. It looks like it could just be it could just be play fighting to me. Vela shakes her head.
No way! Didn't you see how that one lion literally mounted the other before pinning them down?
I blink. I mean, technically yes, although I'm not sure I'd word it like that.
Oh no, now they're about to, don't look!
Yeah, this part will be the same. First option, I grin. I know exactly what you mean because I'm feeling it too.
Really?
I nod and she smiles. Well, if that's how you really feel, then let's make the most of this time alone together.
Yeah, we've got the whole day, so we shouldn't waste it.
We continue following the trail and the next section takes us to the monkeys and apes. A few monkeys skitter around the trees and chatter at the visitor to everyone's delight. I can help. Don't worry, I'll be here to keep you straight. You can tell me what you see and I'll either confirm or deny. She smiles.
Thanks, I appreciate it. I knew I could count on you.
Missing text, but we'll move on. And maybe this will help you feel a little more connected. I sling my arm around her waist and pull her into my side. She giggles.
It definitely helps.
Yeah, let's continue and we can skip most of it. And we went back to our house. What do you think so far? This game looks amazing. Everything looks awesome. I thought the genre mashing would be complicated, but it just brings a new kind of dimension to an already fun game. Variant brightens.
That is some very high praise.
Honestly, I'm surprised I haven't heard of this game before. It looks phenomenal.
That's because it hasn't been released yet.
Yeah, this is the I have a feeling this question runs a lot deeper than mere gameplay. He is probably using a video game romance style to gauge how I would handle a romance in real life. I should think carefully before answering. More than one waifu ruin your lifeu? I feel like this might be the one for Vela's route. I'm not sure if that's a correct option here. For me, you can only ever pursue one romance option at a time. Any more than that, and you risk your route being destroyed. He nods.
I believe there is great wisdom in those words.
Were you doing some kind of focus test?
I just wanted to get to know you better, especially in how you view relationships. I mean, you are dating my sister after all.
Okay, something went wrong with my headphones yet again. And there's cobweb in our house. Yeah, this is this is Luna's mentor's house, but yeah, regardless, we're gonna skip. We can't skip this. So my gut feeling was correct. I smile knowingly. It was an interesting question to ask. A flicker of guilt crosses his face. You choose to forfeit your life with this line of questioning. I'm not sure if there's yeah, because we want to be nice to the brother, but first option? Oh god, my nightmare. Especially after we just had our bro moment. How do I get away with avoiding this conversation? My mind races as I consider each possibility. I don't want to ruin what we've just built, but I also don't want to address what was said. Rain waves a hand in front of my face.
Hey, you still there?
His voice snaps me back to reality. Hold on, let me check whether I can make my headset listen better. I don't know why. Yes, but this is a really awkward question. He laughs.
Good. Now you really know how I feel.
I'm feeling tired anyway, so I slip out of the living room and make my way back to the guest room. Once I'm through the door, I set my alarm for dinner and then lie down on the bed for a quick nap. We can skip most of this part. I want to find the option to settle down with Vela. Yeah, mate waifu. We already chose this one. We're gonna pick the first one. That's supposed to be my job. Vela grins.
Then you'll have to wake up earlier if you want to beat me to the punch.
Yeah, I think if we don't get the other ending, I suppose we have to go through the LARPing event, or maybe not. But yeah. But we'll see. Consider it done. Her smile turns mischievous.
My alarm is already set for 6 a.m.
Then mine will be set for 5.
Well, I'm changing it to 4.
Looks like neither of us are sleeping then.
I'm afraid so.
We glance at each other and laugh. She hovers nervously beside me, waiting for my first bite. With a smile, I pick up the fork and oblige. I taste my food and sigh happily. It was made with love, and I can feel it. We can skip.
Both my mom and dad told me how much they enjoyed meeting you and think you're an amazing guy.
Really? I'm relieved. I think they're great too. Yeah, if they stop here, that means there is a difference between what, because of what we picked earlier. Vela smiles. A sudden beeping from Vela's pocket interrupts us. She quickly checks her phone and silences the notification. As Vela works, she hums a happy little tune. There's a pep to her step that I don't usually see, especially not when we're packing. Someone's in a good mood. She blinks and then smiles.
What gave me away?
Everything. Vela giggles.
Being home with my family and seeing how well you fit in, I don't know. It all just went so much better than I expected.
I guess it's based on the first time, the first few choices when you first visited her family. Yeah, you based on what you answer in the when her parents ask, right? She pauses, suddenly looking shy.
I was a little nervous since I never brought a boy home before, and then my brother was being so weird, and it made me worry.
I think it was also because we chose the first option. Yeah, that's the only option where Vela notices. We can also, I'm not sure what will happen if we choose a third one, but yeah, it's too far. But now too far to go back. But yeah, this is basically a different outcome.
But you were so great with everyone, including Rin, and I knew I didn't have to worry anymore. Plus, getting to taste my mom's home cooking and visiting the zoo, it was nice to be home again.
The big smile on Vela's face continues to grow as she fondly recalls her memories. Have you ever considered moving back to Corvus? Not immediately or anything, but just a thought for the future. She raises a finger to her chin, thinking.
Honestly, being home surrounded by my family makes me really happy. But at the same time, I also love adventuring on Eidos with all my friends. I've realized that happiness is something we create for ourselves, and I know that I can be happy anywhere.
A blush crawls into her face and she takes my hand.
As long as I'm with you.
Her gaze lifts so that she meets my eyes, and a small smile grows on her lips.
So, whether it's here on Corvus or flying among the stars, all I care about is having you by my side.
My heart is so full, like a shooting star ready to burst. I pull Vela into my arms and show her exactly how I'm feeling with a kiss. She responds eagerly, kissing me deeply before we pull away. I'm not going anywhere, so you're stuck with me. She giggles.
Good.
I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Will that be an option, or this is just confirms that we'll be staying on Corvus. Then she pauses.
How about you? Have you thought about what you want to do?
We get the option, right? I nod. Ah, we got the option, so we can lock in to Vela's second ending. So, let's choose this one. Honestly, I love adventuring with everyone, but after being on Corvus with your family, I can see the appeal of a happy, peaceful life too. Vela's smile grows.
I'm so glad you said that because I feel the same way. When I first left Corvus, it was because I felt like something was missing. Now that you're here with me, it feels complete.
I nod. I know exactly what she means. Vela squeezes my hand.
We don't have to commit to anything right now. We can consider moving here when the time is right. Until then, we've still got a whole galaxy to explore.
I grin. My thoughts exactly.
Anyway, we should get back to packing before we miss our flight.
I nod, and we return to work. With the two of us working together, my stuff is quickly packed up, and then I help Bella pack her things. So yeah, we are locked into her second ending, so we are going to skip most of it, right? After everyone's goodbye, we head down to the drive. Bella and I wave until everyone disappears from view. She turns back to me with a smile, and we head to the bullet train to catch our shuttle. Yeah, we can skip most of this now. Yes, we'll call Mr. and Mrs. Kate our in-laws later on in the story. Yeah, we're back here now. We can skip most of the stuff. The shopping one, and then in the meantime we'll just get Celeste out. Kai and I will do our own shopping. Well, screw you, Kai. Celery.
Every time I think you've forgotten about this name, you use it again.
Wait, why? Why this part wasn't skipped, I have no idea. I grin. I have to keep things fresh and new. Yeah, I called her celery every time in this run, right? But yeah, I don't know why they think this one wasn't read before. Yeah, this line wasn't previously read, but yeah, we call her like celery for like a lot of I think in the last run we also like keep calling her celery. I don't know, but there's only one instance where we didn't call her celery, is during the beach episode when she was taking a selfie with us. Just because I don't want to deal with the lifeguard, although I am skipping most of the dialogue there. I have to keep things fresh and new.
In that case, wouldn't you be coming up with different nicknames?
I pause, considering. That's not a bad idea. Panicked, Celeste waves her hands in front of her and shakes her head.
On second thought, forget I said anything. I don't think I can handle another terrible nickname.
I chuckle. You ready to get you ready to get going? Yeah, we can. That's what she said. And then, I know what a friend really means. Do something nice. Like in the run. Hello. Celeste is meeting sister-in-law and her friends. Is that? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, in Celeste's point of view, Bella is the sister-in-law, right? I join Celeste in the lounge and we continue to chat until we wait for the girls to come back. We can skip most of the part. Yeah, I just wanna check the endings. Yes, she has a boyfriend. Buzz off. And you already have Evelina, so keep moving on. Keep moving forward. Looking forward to royalty. Yeah, we're almost reaching the end of this run. Worst case, yeah, there's no worst case anymore because we already got the scene that we want. Bella stops by while I'm working. There's also a scene where with Iris, I forgot to pick that one. Yeah, if like decline the bar scene while you're on Iris's route. But yeah, I kind of forgot about that one. Not sure if I want to go back to that one because, well, the scene with Vela is bugged in the first place, so I don't want to do too much of it. Take everything because we're gonna meet Vela. Yeah, the extra point doesn't matter. Nobody's expected a thing. Yeah, we didn't kiss her, so yeah, Kai didn't say anything.
You two were very good actors.
And you were a good distraction. Kai grins and winks.
I always am.
Wasn't this also around the time that
Yeah,
Vela-
pet app game. I have a cat. Luna smirks.
How very fitting.
Oh really? You know what that implies, right?
If I were going to choose a pet, that's what I'd choose too.
Kai shares a knowing grin.
All this pet talk reminds me of the Pongo sanctuary that we visited.
Yeah, apart from that, yeah, there's no response after that, so yeah, we're just gonna skip most of that.
That was one of the last normal things we did before we ended up on that planet Exari.
And we're gonna skip most of that.
Especially since we all saw the two of you.
Yes, stargazing.
After that, it's been smooth sailing ever since.
I don't know why they did. Why this option never appeared on Bela's route? Is it because I'm being too much of an asshole? Yeah, the only thing I didn't choose in this option is the only thing I didn't choose in this option is because I didn't go through the, what's that called? We didn't go to the LARPing session. We also didn't go to the bar with Kai. I don't know if this is a bug or not, but yeah, regardless, this option is still like a cheat option, so that's why it was, we have to pick either of these three options in the first place. But I wanna, well, you know what, I'm just gonna make another bug report. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sorry if you have to sit with me through this, because yeah, I'm just typing for the bug report in what this is technically not the true love route because we never went to the bar. Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah. Other words, yeah, sorry about that. Sorry that took some time, but yeah, I'm gonna send the report later. We're gonna see whether we get the ending, but we can skip most of this now. Okay, he's going back to Cedros to find, what's her name? He's going back to find Evelina. Yeah, I just want our boy Kai to get his deserved ending. And finally, with the exploration ending on Eidos, Vela and I decided it was the perfect time for us to hang up our adventuring hats for good and settle down. We moved to Corvus, where her family welcomed us with open arms, and we rented a cozy place nearby. So we did get the settle down option for Vela. This is like the, yeah, I think only Vela has the same ending if we continue her mercenary route. Yeah, the CG for her mercenary ending and her generic ending is literally the same one. But yeah, we rented a cozy place nearby. I established myself as a private flight instructor. Oh, same ending as the one on Iris's route. Because yeah, the same fate. Should I say fate? But basically we end up as a flight instructor in like the family option or the settle down option. Yeah, I'm not sure what is the correct term to generalize every single route in the. Yeah, there's basically, I think they generalize it as adventure and family route. Yeah, with this being the family route, I established myself as a private flight instructor, and I continue to enjoy doing what I love every day. My passion for flight and helping people reach their dreams meant no 2 days were the same. Vela chronicled our adventures on Eidos. She wanted others to get to experience what we did, and her stories became a huge hit. Her series has been compared to being the next big thing since Jim Pond, much to her delight. Will she be as big as Space Fight? Yeah, Star Wars. Yeah, this is from the Smosh reference. Yeah, what if Star Wars have a different name? Space Fight. And then, or should I say, Perry Hotter? I forgot. I think they're in one of the games one of their previous games, they did mention Harry Potter in a different name. Or maybe that was a Mandela effect that I just forgot about it. That never happened. That's why I don't know. But they really need a Harry Potter reference if they don't have one. Yeah, Perry Hotter. I remember there is one, but it could be a Mandela effect. But moving on. With our careers firmly in place, our next logical step was to buy our very own house. It took a lot of searching, but we finally bought the house of our dreams. In fact, today, Vela and I are moving into the house. After arriving, we pause out front just to take it all in. I can't believe this place is actually ours.
I know! It's still just sinking in. It hasn't stopped me from planning out all the rooms, though.
Yeah, I think if it wasn't implied, Vela is basically an author because of the book. Yeah, she's a book author now. Oh yeah? She grins, nodding, and then points to one of the windows.
We'll put our couch over there.
Nice, so we can not flicks and chill. I feel like this could be another word. Is there an antonym for net? Or like a similar word? Moving on. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to think of another word. Might as well just change a letter and turn into something different. Yeah, that also works.
No. Well, actually, maybe.
She giggles and I grin. And we can put your office upstairs, so we can look out into the back garden while you work.
Aw, I'd love that. Our yard is so big now. There's plenty of room for our grown family to run around.
She looks at me, her eyes shining, and my heart swells. These last few years have been even better than I could have ever imagined. Vela has loved being closer to home, and to me, home is wherever she is. Now that we have our own place, we're stepping into the next stage of our relationship, and I can't wait to see how this new chapter unfolds. I take Vela's hand in mine and smile. Welcome home, my love.
Welcome home.
Okaeri nasai, anata. Yeah. She leans in for a tender kiss, and I scoop her into my arms before I princess carry her into the house. With Vela by my side, I am always home. I kind of like this Vela's ending. Yeah, I'm not that fond of her mercenary ending though. Yeah, this is way better. Feels homey in a way. And that's that for Vela's second ending. But I wanna check the time. We're only 1 hour in, but I don't know whether if I wanna start a new run. Basically, yeah, we're missing one of Luna's other routes. So, where is Vela's CG? Okay, so here is the CG. So I'm guessing we got all of Vela's CGs. Yeah, the problem with the CGs here is the way they save the CGs is not according to. I'm not sure how they categorize it. It's not, but it's definitely by route in a sense. Yeah, these are the generic scenes. These 4 are generic. You can see it anywhere in the story. But I feel like it's sorted by characters. So you have this is Banana, which could be a reference to their second game, but yeah, we have Celeste, Kai, and Evelina. All of these are Iris's CGs, followed by Luna. Missing 2 of Luna. Yeah, missing 1 of Iris and 3 of Luna's. Luna CG. Then finally we get to Vela. So yeah, we're missing the final Luna CG. There's also the 2 kiss scenes, which was never saved for some reason. But do I want? The main question is, do I want to continue, or should I just end the episode right here? Because it would be very consistent. I would want to keep the ending consistent. Hold on, let me check some of the saves. I want to keep one of the saves just in case, because there will be an update where they will fix the Vela scene. But otherwise, I think I just wanna, yeah, I'm just gonna end the episode right here. So thank you guys for watching. That's it. So yeah, we did finish Vela's second ending, which is Settle Down on Corvus. So yeah, that's it for today's episode. So we're gonna continue in the next one. Yeah, there is a final 1 or 2 episodes. That's because in the next episode we're gonna restart Luna's route with a different trait, maybe the athletic trait, I don't know. So yeah, we're gonna start Luna's route and get her alternate ending, basically the doctor ending, the family ending for Luna. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe and have a great day, and bye bye.